Hello students, it's Miss Ayala. Today we're going to practice two-digit subtraction with regrouping. Let's say our problem is the one shown. Everybody write it. We have 64 minus 36. Students, where do we start subtracting? In which place value? That's right, always start subtracting in the ones place. So let's do ones place first. 4 minus 6. That's right, we can't do 4 minus 6. There is not enough. That shows 1, 2, 3, 4. Can I take 6 away from that 4? No, absolutely not. You're right, I can't do that. That's not enough. So I have to regroup. Regroup means I'm going to go to the next place value and take a 10. So I'm going to regroup, and I'm going to take a 10 from this 6. So if I take a 10 from that 6, what does a 6 turn into? Excellent. It'll turn into 5. So now that I regrouped and I took a 10 from the tens place, this 4 turns into, that's right, 14, because 10 plus 4 equals 14. Now I can subtract my ones place. What is 14 minus 6? Good job, 8. So 8 goes at the bottom of the ones place. Now let's subtract our tens place. What is 5 minus 3? Excellent, 2. All right, now I want to prove to myself that I did this correctly. So in order for me to prove that I did it correctly, I'm going to add to check. So I'm going to start with 28, and I'm going to add the 36. And what is the answer I should get? That's right, I should end up with 64 as my answer. Let's see if we did it right. 8 plus 6? Good, 14. And remember, again, we always start in the ones place, whether we're adding or subtracting. So we said 8 plus 6 was what? Good, 14. Do I write 14 down here? No, absolutely not. You're right. No, I do not. What do I do with the 14? Excellent. I regroup it. So the 4 goes in the ones, and the 10 is regrouped to the tens place. Excellent. Now let's add our tens. What is 3 plus 2? Good. One more? Good. 3 plus 2 is 5, plus one more is 6. Did we get the correct answer? Excellent job. We sure did. So the difference of 64 and 36 is 28. And then when I added 28 and 36, I got the sum of 64. And I double check, and yes, it works. Happy face. We did a great job. Excellent. Oh, let me label this. When you have an answer to a subtraction problem, it is called the difference. Everybody write. Remember, I write, you write. So sum is the answer to an addition problem, and the difference is the answer to a subtraction problem. All right, let's try another one. Let's subtract 23 minus 19. Again, I want to make sure that I'm doing it correctly, so what place value do we need to start in? That's right, the ones. And if you need to, label it. Miss Ayala still does. I want to make sure I'm in the right place, so I'm going to start in my ones. I'm going to do 3 minus 9. Can you do 3 minus 9? Nope, you sure can't. And how do we know that we can't? That's right. More on the top, don't stop. More on the floor, go next door. So that tells me I have to regroup. So I cannot do 3 minus 9 if my bigger number is on the floor. So I have to go next door. So let's regroup. 2 turns into, excellent, 1. This 3 is now, good, 13. Because what is my magic number? What do I get every time I regroup? That's right, 10. So I have 10, but I already had a 3, so what is 10 plus 3? Excellent, 13. So now my ones place, how many ones do I have? That's right, 13. So now, can we subtract? Yes, we absolutely can. So let's do it. What is 13 minus 9? Excellent, 4. And let's go to the tens place. 1 minus 1. Right, it's 0. Do I need to write the 0? No, I really don't. I don't say 0, 4. I just say 4. So I don't need to write it. I can just leave it blank. Nothing is 0, so I don't have to put the 0. So my answer, my difference, is 4. Now, I want to add to check. Let's add back to check to make sure that I did it correctly. So what would I be adding together? Excellent. I'll be adding the 19 and the 4. This is what I'm hoping to get. This is what I should get. So let's try it. What is, again, I'm going to label 1s and 10s. What's 9 plus 4? Good, 13. Now remember 13, I can't put 13 in the 1s place, so I have to regroup it. What goes in the 1s? Yes, the 3. And what do I do in the 10s? That's right, I add a 10 to the top. Now add your 10s place. Good, you have 1 plus 1 is 2. Excellent. Did it match? It did. Woo, got it. Excellent. Let's try another one. Okay, here's our next problem. 89 minus 12. Now, I want to make sure that I label my place values. So, 1s and 10s. And I'm going to say my rhyme to myself because I'm always going to start in the 1s place. And I'm going to look and see that that's 9 minus 2. Where is the greater number? Top or bottom? That's right, it's at the top. More on the top, don't stop. I can subtract straight down. What is 9 minus 2? Excellent, it is 7. Now go to your 10s place. 8 minus 1. Excellent, 77, perfect. Okay, how do I check my answer? That's right, with addition. And why does addition work to check my answer? Who knows why? Excellent. Because addition and subtraction are inverse operations, and it's part of the related facts, or the fact families. So if I add one way, I can subtract the other way. So since I subtracted this way, I'm going to add that way. So let's add 77 plus the 12, and it should, or it has to give me 89 if I did it correctly. So let's add our 1s. 7 and 2, excellent, 9. Add the 10, 7 and 1, 8. Does it match? Sure does, excellent. Let's try another one. Okay, here's our next problem. We have 37 minus 19. So, again, I want to make sure that I am labeling my 1s and my 10s place. So I know where to start. Where do I start? Excellent, in my 1s place. And more on the top, don't stop. More on the floor, go next door. So where is my greater number? On the top or the bottom? That's right, it's on the bottom. So that means I have to do what? Excellent, I have to regroup. So let's regroup. We go to the 10s place, 3 turns 2. Excellent, a 2. This 7 is now 17, perfect. And how do I know that it's 17? Because what did I get from the 10? That's right, I got a 10 from the 10. And 10 plus the 7 that I already had gave me the 17. Excellent. Okay, so now let's subtract it. 17 minus 9. Good, 8. And what is 2 minus 1? Good, 1. All right, I subtracted that way, so what do I do this way to check my answer? That's right, add. So let's add 19 plus the 18, and our sum should be what? Good, 37. So let's check it. 9 plus 8 is 17. We have to regroup that. 7 in the 1s. 1 where? In the 10s. Excellent. 1 plus 1 plus 1. Good. 3. 37. Got it? Yes. Happy face. Perfect. Let's try one last one. Okay, let's do 74 minus 57. Okay, so let's look. What should we do first? Excellent. Let's label. We have our 1s and our 10s. Where do I start? Good, 1's place. 4 minus 7. Up, let's do our rhyme. More on the top, don't stop. More on the floor, go next door. Which is the greater number, the top or the bottom? That's right, the bottom. So more on the floor, what do I do? Good, go next door. So if I go next door, 7 will turn to, excellent, 6. 4 is now, good, 14. Why? What did we get from the 10's place? That's right, we got a 10. So 10 plus 4 is 14. So now I have 14 ones. So let's do 14 minus 7. What is 14 minus 7? Excellent, 7. Now 10's place, what is 6 minus 5? Perfect, it is 1. The difference is 17. Excellent. So I subtracted down means I can do what? Up. That's right, addition. So let's add it. 57 plus the 17. What is 7 and 7? Right, 14. Regroup it. 4 in the 1s, 1 in the 10s. What is 5 plus 1? 6. One more. 7. 74. Did it match? Excellent. Happy face. Woo! All right, you got this. Remember, when you are subtracting, you always have to tell yourself, do I have the greater number at the top or at the bottom? Now, if it's at the top, you don't need to stop. Just subtract. If it's at the bottom, more on the floor, you have to go next door and you have to regroup. And how much do you get when you regroup? What is our magic number? That's right, 10. 10 is our magic number. So if you had a 4 already in the 1's place, it turns into what? That's right, 14. What if you had a 5 in the 1's place and you regrouped? What does 5 turn to? Good, 15. Because remember, when you regroup, you get a 10. So whatever you had, you add 10 to it. So 4 turned to 14, and 5 would turn to 15. Excellent. All right, I think you guys are ready to try some on your own. Just remember, more on the top, no need to stop. Don't stop. Keep going. More on the floor, go next door. And what do you have to do? That's right, regroup. Okay, go have some math fun.